I don't hear anything with these. Anything. Nothing, man. Not a thing. I don't hear nothing. Car noise, wind noise, nothing. It's been under 100, you can't get nothing, no decent noise canceling. Nothing, man. Who can? Who you can? Who's you can anything? Oh.
Keep it on the level.
The Anker Soundcore Live Q20s. Anker's giving no breaks when it comes to the names. Are a shockingly good pair of headphones for the price. Now, you may think that comparing them to the Bose QC35s is kind of like comparing the little kid hockey league team to an adult professional one in a famous episode of South Park.
Hey, can they do that?
But these hold up more than I thought they would against the QC35s. In fact, I couldn't really stop thinking about the QC35s when wearing the Ankers. And if you're not in the know, the Bose QC35s are the old guard, the standard, the gold standard of premium noise canceling headphones. Let's look into the box as I explained. So I got the version of the Q20 with a carrying case, which I recommend you get, but once they're out of the case, to the hinges on the side, headband, leather, and even the sound just feel like a slightly worse version of the Bose. Now again, sounds rough saying it like that, but for 50 bucks or 70 with the case, that's actually pretty dang good. Noise canceling, for example, while formidable, only seems to take away ambient noises around by half of the Bose, which is probably like 15 decibels or so, officially like 25 decibels reduction in the Bose, but that's too much info. Just half as good is what you need to know. Which, that's fine. It's fine. But it's the software that absolutely kills these things. See, when you shut a door really loud or hit your head on something, anything that you do that causes an abrupt sound gets a loud crunch back into your ears. Now this is because it's trying to match the sound frequencies around, and all of a sudden it's getting a sound that is very abrupt and making its own abrupt sound to try to match it, which it unfortunately fails at. If you were to work out with them, for example, it's just flat out a bad time. Don't do it. Because you're gonna hear crunch, 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 crunch with every step you take, with every large, loud, abrupt movement. The Bose doesn't have this major flaw, but one major flaw they do both share, at least the QC35s and the Soundcore Live Q20s, is wind noise, which means that if there's a very windy day, it's going to get in, and it doesn't really do well canceling that out. Controlling them is, actually it's identical again. See, the only thing really different with the controls is the power switch on the Bose being in a different location. But Anker did something truly weird here. If you, the play pause button, if you double click that, it turns on extra bass mode instead of skipping a track. Now you can double click the volume up, volume down to skip and go back on tracks, which is a little intuitive, but the double click for the extra bass mode, which doesn't remember when you turn it off, so if you like that mode, you have to turn it back on every single time you turn it on. It doesn't remember it, and it's kind of annoying, and you're trying to skip a track, and you turn on the bass, or you turn down the bass. I don't know, who knows? You did something with the bass, it changed slightly. I just don't know why they did that, honestly. I don't know why. They couldn't just put an app or something, but they did it like this. So, that bass mode that I mentioned though, that's the preferred EQ for this sound course for me. Both versions sound a bit bland, especially compared to the Bose. The Bose sound very rich and full to me, which for knowing a mid-heavy, flattish signature maybe isn't the best praise, but for a pair of headphones around this price, or just around $100, it's more than adequate and great for most people. However, these are truly similar to the shape and design of the case, to the outdated choice of macro USB on both of these devices. The only thing where the Ankers actually win on, and actually quite literally stomp the Bose, is the battery life, getting an estimated 40 hours of battery life compared to the Bose's 20 hours. The audience for these two headphones couldn't be more different though. While the Bose is for the frequent flyer, high status symbol, or comfort first audiophile like yours truly, the Anker is a more honest, if not plagiaristic design. It's a super comfortable pair of headphones that are very hardworking and will treat its user well. But its only purpose is not to be attention grabbing or a high status symbol at all. It's just meant to be forgotten on top of your head, focusing on what you're trying to listen to. And all headphones should be able to achieve this. And for a pair of sub $100 headphones, that's as good as it gets. Thank you for watching. I'm MKJR. See ya. Thank you for watching my video. Comment down below if you have any more questions. And hey, if you've gotten this far, please consider subscribing to my channel, MKJR. I have a new video weekly, bi-weekly, tri-weekly. They're coming, don't worry about it, just subscribe, okay? Have a good one.